Let's go! All right, we're moving on to 3-1. We got the W over in Dublin. We could drink pints of Guinness because we got the job done and we're going to be off for a couple of weeks. First and foremost, shout out to the Minnesota Vikings for making this game go down to the wire. It had no business being as close as it is, but of course it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're allergic to blowing teams out. There should have been no reason why this was a close game. For one, the fumble recovery goddamn touchdown from Jalen Ramsey gets removed because Jordan Mason's finger was slightly touching the football as his foot was out of bounds. You gotta be kidding me, bruh. Man, my precious was enough to deny a touchdown. Ridiculous. And then the interception at the end of the game, Pierre bobbles the football just ever so slightly, enough to maybe take away a takeaway. Ridiculous, bro. Now, don't get me wrong. It was the correct call, but it was some bullshit. Coincidence? I think not. Football guys tried to do everything that they could to take away this W, and then Mike Tomlin decided, hey, let's go and try to fuck away the game as well. We got 4th and 1, or I should say goal to go at the 1-yard line, albeit Aaron Rodgers calling for the goddamn special teams to stay off the field. Here, I thought we had something that we was going to cook up to go and run onto the doggone field. All we did was, let's turn around, give it a game well again. And it's still a situation where you got to just hopscotch in the backfield to see if you can make it open to get into the end zone. Ridiculous. All right, if we ain't got no actual play in set, don't go for it. On 4th down, just kick the doggone field goal, take the point. If we don't have a play in mind, we don't need to go and gamble. It's ridiculous. And then, with an opportunity to end the game, half a yard we have to get. We're averaging, 5 yards a carry or something of that nature? Gainwell was playing out of his mind. You would have thought we actually had ourselves a running back. Mans was balling today. We decide, let's just go ahead and punt, take the delay of game. What are we doing? Defense, mental lapses. I know we're thin in the secondary, but they're at the half-yard line. 99-yard drive, 81-yard catch from Jordan Addison. Are you out of your mind? Then on the touchdown play, it's 4th down or 3rd down. It escapes me. Naylor is coming in motion. Payne Wilson's over here looking. Oh, where's the Vikings player I'm supposed to cover? He's right in front of you. Are we allergic to putting games away? We survived. I can't even say we went over there and won. We survived. This game was feeling amazing at the tail end of the 3rd quarter. Defense, we got 6 sacks. TJ Watt got an interception. We were balling. And for whatever reason, 4th quarter comes around and we say, yeah, you know what? You guys felt like palpitations in your heart? You guys feel like you need a pacemaker? Yeah, let's give you a reason. How about a heart attack, fellas? Why? Can't we just win games outright without the bullshit? Please. It's ridiculous. But nonetheless, we got the job done. Aaron Rodgers played a very good football game. I think only 4 incompletions, touchdown through the air, 80-yard, great catch and run from DK Metcalf. That's why you're in Pittsburgh. We're going to need way more plays like that on a weekend where Skylar Thompson got jumped and mugged. How we got players getting jumped and mugged? What's going on? We can protect our quarterback. We can't protect the quarterback off the field, I should say. We can protect Rodgers on the field. Can't protect him off the field. Nonetheless, offensive line did a very good job today. We had ourselves our protection for all intents and purposes. We ran the ball very well. Kenneth Gainwell played out of his mind 100%. The game ball should go to him for the offense. Give it to Kenneth Gainwell, over 100 total all-purpose yards. And if you take into account what he did in the kick return, or I should say the kick return element, he added an additional 49 yards there as well. Give that man the game ball. He was absolutely balling. We lost Calvin Austin. They said he left the stadium in an ambulance, arm in a sling. So who knows if he's not going to be available for us moving forward. We're going to need to make some signings, okay? Because we're going to need a bit of depth expeditiously. All right, we're thin in the secondary. We're thin in the wide receiver room. Start calling up some folks. Start calling up some folks expeditiously. Now, albeit there might be some people who happen to be a bit washed for all intents and purposes, but we got to make some doggone signings, okay? Because if depth is going to become an issue for our squad, we got to grab some people before other teams start grabbing people, because as the season continues to move forward, injuries are going to happen. So let's start picking up the phone and making some phone calls before our oppositions just so happen to do so. But now moving in to 3-1, we're in a very good spot first place in the AFC North. We'll find out what happens with Cincinnati moving forward, of course, hopefully later on tonight between the Chiefs and the Ravens. I'm just hoping it's a good game, but if the Ravens were to lose, that puts them in a very good spot as well. All right, that gives them 2 L's in the AFC, so we're in a good spot. We just need to continue to keep this momentum going. We got Cleveland, then we have Cincinnati. Before we see Green Bay, if we can go 5-1, we're in a very good spot before a quick, tough stretch of games where we got Indianapolis, and I believe we got one other team that's also performing relatively good at the moment. So one way or another, we got the W. Let's try to keep this momentum moving forward. But for God's sake, can we stop this bend, don't break kind of defense? Giving up yardage at terrible times. Justin Jefferson was the only person making plays on offense outside of Carson Wentz, of course. Early on, we shut him down in the third quarter, and then in the fourth, we decided to start lollygagging and take our foot off the gas. We have to keep this mindset of football being 60 minutes if we want to be able to do something special this year, because that's what this whole year is for. All right? This isn't one of those years if we could just build. We got Rodgers for one season. He's going to retire. He said it's his swan song. It's do or die. Every single game, we should be going into it as if it's a fucking Super Bowl. Period. So I'm not going to look forward, although it would be nice if we can rack up a couple of wins as we get ready to battle the teams representing Ohio. But one way or another, we got the W. Congratulations on the road, or I should say, well, technically it was on the road, but it was damn near a home game for us. Shout out to Steeler Nation. Showed out all in Dublin. Nothing but terrible towels being shook in the air, so much so to where they played Renegade internationally. Because Pittsburgh constantly travels well. So that's a big W over there. Big W to Steelers Nation who made their trip out there, and those who happen to be, harbored, or I should say, domesticated over there in Ireland as well, holding it down. Somewhere Art Rooney, the chief, is looking down as well, smiling, watching their Pittsburgh Steelers go and get a W internationally and give that Minnesota Vikings team a big old fat old L. Nonetheless, we got ourselves a W. Hands up in here. Steelers on 3, win on 6. 1, 2, 3, Steelers. 4, 5, 6, win. Let's go, baby. 3-1. Go grab a pint of Guinness. Somebody go and take a swig. We're moving on to week 6, because I think we got a bye next week, but that's neither here nor there. Big W, baby. Big W. Hold on, it is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. But of course, you already knew that. And what if I told you you could get your own personalized cameo today inside 24 hours? If you book me over on cameo.com/Chiseled Adonis to get your own personalized video message. I've done over 450 throughout the years, and I've been able to garner over 100 5-star reviews. So whether it's a happy birthday, happy anniversary, just a pep talk, or a roast, if somebody needs to be engulfed in verbal flame, I'm the man for the job. So make sure you go over and book me on cameo.com/Chiseled Adonis. I'll see you on the inside. Hey, I appreciate you watching the entire video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button on the way out if you haven't already. And on top of that, hit that notification bell as well. For whatever reason, YouTube's only showing my videos to 20% of my subscribers. So if you have already turned on the notification bell, turn it off, turn it back on. If you never turn it on, turn it on. I appreciate you.